The Creative Grid squared up and fussy cut rulers come in a variety of sizes. These are different than our traditional line because they measure from the inside out. If you'll notice, the 1-inch markings are on the lines that create a 1-inch square. The 2 are on the 2-inch square, 3-inch, etc. Those are all solid black lines. The dashed white lines in between add the 1/4 inch seam allowance that is required if you wanted to cut out a 2.5-inch square. It is possible to mark those because there are holes drilled a 1/4 inch away from the corner of every square. The back of the ruler features our grip and multiple dots and a 1/4 inch away from the outside of the entire ruler. This holds the ruler in place when pressure is applied, but it slides easily over the fabric and is very easy to move if you do not apply any pressure. You'll also notice that there are diagonal lines, horizontal, and vertical lines on the ruler, so it is very easy to center a design. I like to use the larger rulers when I am marking and making t-shirt quilts, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Here is a t-shirt that has already been stabilized on the back, and I can take the ruler, place it on the design, and center it here. And then I can take the actual markings and mark through the blue, or the corners with a blue water-soluble pen. And then when I take that away, I can connect the dots, and this is the square I need to cut out to exactly center the design on the t-shirt into my finished project. Here is one that has already been trimmed with sashing added, so it's ready to put into a t-shirt quilt. The ruler also comes in smaller sizes. I like to use the 6-inch size if I'm fussy cutting specific units in a block. For instance, in this block, I wanted to center a rose in the design, so I placed this over the fabric, marked the dots a 1/4 inch away from the 3-inch square that is in the center, and when I cut that out, the rose is exactly centered in my final design. In this particular case, I appliqued a Dresden plate block on a 7-inch square, and then once everything was appliqued, I used the tool to trim it down to a 6-inch block. Since this has the seam allowance on the outside, it finishes to 6.5 inches. So then I could incorporate it into my quilt, and this was going to be the exact size of the square that I needed. The ruler includes a QR code, so if you forget how to use the ruler or need some support, you can go online and watch a video.